As we navigate life's journey, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily routines. But have you ever stopped to consider the impact of our actions on ourselves and those around us? The Bible verse, "You reap what you sow," reminds us that our choices have consequences. This timeless wisdom is rooted in Galatians 6:7-8, where it's written, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows." These words offer a powerful lesson on the importance of living intentionally and making choices that bring joy rather than harm. So, what does it mean to sow in this context? It's about the seeds we plant in our lives, whether they're positive actions, kind words, or loving deeds. When we prioritize these good habits, we create a garden of blessings that can flourish and bring abundance into our lives. On the other hand, when we sow negative seeds like anger, resentment, or selfishness, we risk reaping a harvest of discord and heartache. The choice is ours, to cultivate love, kindness, and compassion, or to allow destructive patterns to take root. In this article, we'll delve deeper into the meaning behind "You reap what you sow" and explore practical ways to apply its wisdom in our daily lives. Let's explore how to plant seeds of positivity and watch them grow into a rich harvest of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Biblical context and key passages. The phrase, "You reap what you sow," is rooted in several key passages throughout the Bible. One notable example can be found in Galatians 6:7-8, which states that, "Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. Man reaps what he sows." This passage emphasizes the idea that our actions have consequences, and that we will ultimately face the outcome of our choices. Another relevant verse is found in Hosea 10:12, which advises us to sow righteousness and reap a circle of love. This verse highlights the importance of cultivating positive habits and making choices that bring joy and fulfillment. By sowing seeds of righteousness, we can expect to harvest a bountiful crop of love and blessings. The concept of reaping what we sow is also echoed in Matthew 12:35-37, where Jesus teaches that a good man out of the good treasure of his heart brings forth good things. This verse reminds us that our thoughts, words, and actions have a direct impact on the world around us, and that we should strive to bring forth positive outcomes by cultivating good habits. In Deuteronomy 30:19-20, Moses emphasizes the choice between blessing and curse, stating, "I call heaven and earth as witnesses today against you, the Lord, your God was among you in haste, lest he destroy you from off the face of the land." This passage highlights the importance of choosing wisely and making decisions that align with our values and goals. The Bible teaches us that every action, thought, and word has a consequence. By understanding this principle, we can begin to make intentional choices that bring joy and fulfillment into our lives. The next section will explore practical ways to apply the wisdom of "You reap what you sow" in your daily life. Meaning and key themes. The phrase, "You reap what you sow," is more than just a metaphor. It's a fundamental truth that shapes our understanding of cause and effect. In essence, it reminds us that the seeds we plant in life will eventually bear fruit, whether it's positive or negative. This concept is deeply rooted in biblical teachings, with passages like Galatians 6:7-8 emphasizing the idea that our actions have consequences. By sowing good habits, kindness, and compassion, we can expect to reap a harvest of joy, peace, and fulfillment. However, when we prioritize negative patterns, such as anger, resentment, or selfishness, we risk reaping a crop of discord and heartache. The choice is ours to cultivate love, kindness, and compassion, or to allow destructive tendencies to take root. This fundamental principle can be seen in various aspects of life, from our personal relationships to our work and even our spiritual growth. By understanding that we reap what we sow, we can begin to make intentional choices that align with our values and goals. As we navigate the complexities of life, it's essential to remember that every thought, word, and action has a consequence. The Bible teaches us that our choices have the power to bring either blessing or curse into our lives. The choice is ours, and it begins with the seeds we sow. Positive habits like kindness, compassion, and gratitude, negative patterns such as anger, resentment, or selfishness. Practical application today. So, how can we apply this timeless wisdom in our daily lives? Here are some practical ways to start reaping a harvest of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Firstly, be intentional with your thoughts. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts and emotions. Are they positive and uplifting, or negative and destructive? By being mindful of our inner world, we can begin to cultivate good habits and make choices that align with our values. Secondly, sow seeds of kindness. Look for opportunities to show love and compassion to those around you. A simple act of kindness can have a ripple effect, spreading joy and positivity into the lives of others. Thirdly, prioritize self-reflection. Regularly take time to assess your actions and choices. Ask yourself, am I sowing seeds of love or negativity? Am I cultivating positive habits or destructive patterns? By being honest with ourselves, we can begin to make changes that bring joy and fulfillment into our lives. By applying the wisdom of you reap what you sow in our daily lives, we can start reaping a harvest of blessings. Let's commit to sowing seeds of positivity, kindness, and compassion, and watch them grow into a rich crop of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Conclusion. In conclusion, the phrase, "You reap what you sow," is a powerful reminder that our choices have consequences. Understanding this fundamental principle, we can begin to make intentional decisions that bring joy, peace, and fulfillment into our lives. The Bible teaches us that every action, thought, and word has a direct impact on the world around us. Whether we choose to sow seeds of love, kindness, or compassion, or negative patterns like anger, resentment, or selfishness, the choice is ours, and it begins with the seeds we plant in our lives. As we navigate life's complexities, let's remember that every thought, word, and action has a consequence. By being intentional with our thoughts, sowing seeds of kindness, and prioritizing self-reflection, we can start reaping a harvest of blessings. Let's commit to cultivating positive habits and making choices that align with our values and goals.